I would now like to call upon Arkin, and I have ArkinShah, please.
Hi, I'm sorry, I'll just put this down. I feel like it's going to fall off any second. आदरणीय सभापति महोदया, अतिथि विशेष शिक्षण मंत्री श्री शिरीष पाटिल जी, मान्य शिक्षकगण और मेरे प्यारे सापतियों, आज अगर DYPIS आसमान की बुलंदियों को छू रहा है तो उसका श्रेय सिर्फ 25 इंसानों को जाता है. Please, can we have a round of applause for class of 2017? I can already see Auntie ma'am watching him just say, oh, thank God you didn't say that. Don't worry ma'am, I haven't changed the script too much. Good evening. I'd like to begin by thanking my parents, all of my teachers, my grandmother who flew in all the way here to witness the first graduation ceremony amongst all the grandchildren in the entire family. And of course all my friends, the class of 2017, for making me the person I am today and for giving me the chance to conclude these precious years. I must say that even after the EE, IA, TOK, CAS, WTF, STFU, KLPD, and a billion BCs after, I remember my first day as if it was yesterday. Yeah, it's a little cliche, but that's how I'll begin. My first day, the worst experience I had was when one of my classmates, he's sitting right there, and I can't forget this, he asked me, which artery carries deoxygenated blood to the heart? And I was flustered. It was my first day. I'd never learned about the heart. So I said, I don't know. And he and a few others, they huddled up and went on, oh, he doesn't even know about the pulmonary artery. Oh my God. And I was just like, where am I stuck? Get me out of here. That was me. But today I did not see this coming. Today I looked to him for any help in academics, or sports, or new songs. He's the only person I can talk to about the philosophies of life, or discuss ideas for potentially great inventions. Can we all have a round of applause for Rahul, please? Yeah, no, these past couple of years were tough, but very educational. We learned a lot. For example, we learned that the IB diploma program was definitely the best and the worst thing that has ever happened to us. We faced all the problems that we thought we'd face in college, we faced them at the tender age of 15. Now I say it was the worst thing because we realized the hatred we have for certain subjects. The genuine feeling from the inside that I just don't want to. I'm not succeeding at this. Why am I forced to give in so much work into it? Because writing 7 papers about something you don't like isn't a piece of cake. I realized that statistically, I have a higher chance of getting 45 girlfriends within the next 2 years than getting 45 in IB. Although now I have been so brainwashed that I refrain from being involved in any relationships for the sole reason that we don't get CAS hours for it. I mean, I'm sure there's learning outcomes for it too, I've noted them. Undertaking new challenges, planned and initiated activities, showed perseverance and commitment. No, actually the IB likes a variety, so maybe not commitment in relationships. And work collaboratively, yeah? Just food for thought, guys, just food for thought, you know? Now let's come to the positive side. It was the best thing that ever happened to us because we learned that life is about the now, like right now. The end of every assignment called for a celebration. We have enjoyed life during this period just as much as we have despised it. This is the one thing that I'm going to keep with me forever. Just living in the now. Not gathering up celebrations for later. Don't think that, oh, you know, I'll celebrate later when I'm successful. Like after I graduate. Then you think, no, maybe after I get into college. Then, maybe when I get a job. No, don't procrastinate that. Just have fun whenever you can. We have celebrated everything. From the end of mock exams to no uniform Fridays. Everything. You don't realize the importance of it. You need that positivity and motivation to keep you going. Like I'm pretty sure there's plans for after this event too. So parents get ready for like 20 minutes worth of commission seeking for sleepover proposals. Next, to some of you, friends and teachers, I may have come across as an egoistic, stubborn maniac. which to some extent I could say was true. Now, this is my first step towards confronting that image. Is Viji ma'am here? This is my first step towards confronting that image. Hi ma'am. Since the beginning of 11th grade, I've always said that I'm going to do something great. I'm going to go to Stanford University for my undergraduate studies. I was always loud about my ambitions. And I worked so hard and I was so sure that, yeah, it's mine. I'm definitely getting in. And everyone started believing that with me. You know, which was a great ego boost. I don't think it was necessary, but like I got that ego boost. Everyone knew that I have applied and that I'm going to get in. And the day finally came and I did. My parents were shocked. All my friends were shocked. I was shocked. I suddenly became a public failure. But I realized something that day. I realized that this wasn't a failure. In fact, it was probably the biggest win I have had in a long time. I really think I was destined to be rejected because frankly, I wasn't used to failure or rejection. Hi, Shah. And some guy in California, laying down in his Hello Kitty pajamas, sipping on coffee, saw my application on his laptop and rejected me. He changed my life forever with a single click. Much like how Sanskar's life changed at the age of 13 with a single click. Because that's when he knew he didn't want to play with Power Rangers anymore. I had a number of epiphanies that day. That guy in California, he took away the title of egoistic from me. I had fallen down and I was extremely humbled and grounded. Something so important to my dreams was taken away from me. And I think that is something we all have been through. So my advice to my juniors is just embrace it. You can only see how it has helped you after it has helped you. You know, it's like that movie Gone Girl. Have you seen it? There's loads of confusing, pointless stuff going on at first, but then you get to the end where things unravel and then you'll be like, oh, so that's what it was. She was always the crazy psycho female dog. Or does witch sound better? I'm sorry, I had to censor it. I thought my brother was going to be there in the audience. Now we come to stubborn. A quality I don't think I can let go of. But juniors, I learned this. Stubborn comes with the flow. For example, when you write your research papers, which you will very soon, the teachers are just giving input. It's genius input because you're stupid right now. But you know, it's in the end, it's just a suggestion. It's your project. If you think it's right, it almost definitely is. Just stick with it. And to my batchmates, what I said is almost metaphorical with life ahead of us. Because in the end, it's our life. We own our decisions. Or as the wise philosopher, Yo Honey Singh says it, मैं उल्टी टी-शर्ट डालूं, मेरी मर्जी, मैं गाऊं या ना गाऊं, बेबी मेरी मर्जी, हाइजीन वाला नाटक शाटक मुझसे नहीं होता, 7 दिन ना नहाओ, बेबी मेरी मर्जी. Now this last bit is about expectations. I recently had a fight with someone really close because they told me, many people are expecting a lot from you. This is the final stretch. Don't mess it up now. And I just lost it. Never have I been that angry. I was angry because I was scared. The weight of expectations is scary. And then it hit me. I realized that this is the beginning of our lives. We are expected to live on our own. This is when we are truly exiting the womb of our parents. We aren't kids anymore. But don't let anyone tell you that you have to change the world, because you don't. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I may not even be old enough or experienced enough to say it. But the thing is, even if you change it, someone somewhere would want to change it again. Yaar, nahi badalni duniya. You can never ever please everyone. Ever. So please the one person that really matters. You. You have no moral obligation to do anything. Maybe you won't earn much or you'll die young. But if there's one thing that these assignments have taught me, it's that not all 15-page research papers are good. You can have an amazing 6-pager too. There's this one thing, that I truly believe in. It's an original. Support me, cite me, because our father Turnitin is always watching. If you have lived to be old enough on your... You know that quote where they say that if you're on your deathbed, you think about your regrets and all that? No. If you lived to be old enough on a sick deathbed, you did something wrong there, buddy. Don't give yourself the chance to end that way. नहीं मरना खास्ते खास्ते यार, वैसा मौका आना ही नहीं चाहिए. Live big and die doing whatever it is that you like doing. And that brings me to Maniac. the third and final adjective that I used to describe me. I'm the only student body leader in the history of this school whose parents were called down to the principal's office twice in the same year. Not once, twice. No, that does not have anything to do with the speech. I'm definitely not proud of it. But I just couldn't not mention it. Juniors, do not do that. Yeah, this was just a message for a future version of myself. When I see this again years later, even I'm surprised how I managed to do it. But yeah, juice pivanu, ne carom ramanu, majjani life. From this day on, our lives begin. I'm glad to have been a part of this family. I'm proud of being a part of the batch that was never on time with submissions. The worst batch in the history of the school. I have grown to love this cheap thrill-seeking, doorknob-breaking, disgusting email-sending family of 25 people. Thank you, teachers, and congratulations, class of 2017.